Gene editing has revolutionized the field of biotechnology, offering unprecedented opportunities to modify DNA with precision. From curing genetic diseases to enhancing crop resilience, the potential applications are vast. However, with such powerful technology comes significant responsibility. As we explore the possibilities, it's crucial to understand the frameworks that guide and regulate these advancements. In this video, we'll delve into why regulatory frameworks are essential for gene editing, ensuring both innovation and safety go hand in hand. Gene editing refers to a set of technologies that allow scientists to change an organism's DNA. Techniques like CRISPR-Cas9 have made it easier and more precise to add, remove, or alter genetic material. This breakthrough has opened doors to treating inherited diseases, improving agriculture, and even combating climate change. But as with any powerful tool, there are risks and ethical questions that must be addressed. That's where regulatory frameworks come into play, providing guidelines for responsible use. Without proper oversight, gene editing could lead to unintended consequences. Unregulated use might result in harmful genetic changes, environmental impacts, or ethical dilemmas. Regulatory frameworks are designed to prevent misuse and ensure that gene editing is conducted safely and ethically. They set boundaries for research, clinical applications, and commercial use, balancing innovation with public safety and trust. This careful oversight is what allows society to benefit from gene editing while minimizing risks. History has shown us the dangers of unchecked scientific advancement. From early genetic experiments to the misuse of nuclear technology, the absence of regulation has sometimes led to disaster. These lessons remind us that innovation must be paired with responsibility. Regulatory frameworks in gene editing draw from past experiences, aiming to avoid repeating mistakes and to guide progress in a safe, ethical direction. Regulatory framework is a set of rules and guidelines established by governments or international bodies. These frameworks outline what is permissible, set standards for safety and efficacy, and establish oversight mechanisms. In the context of gene editing, they help ensure that research and applications are conducted responsibly, with consideration for both individual and societal impacts. Gene editing knows no borders. International cooperation is essential to create harmonized standards and prevent regulatory loopholes. Organizations like the World Health Organization and the United Nations work to develop global guidelines, ensuring that gene editing is used safely and ethically worldwide. This collaboration helps prevent gene editing tourism and promotes shared responsibility. Gene editing raises profound ethical questions. Should we edit human embryos? Who decides what traits are acceptable to change? Regulatory frameworks help address these dilemmas by setting ethical boundaries and involving diverse stakeholders in decision-making. This ensures that gene editing advances in a way that respects human rights and societal values. For regulatory frameworks to be effective, public engagement is crucial. Open dialogue between scientists, policymakers, and the public builds trust and ensures that regulations reflect societal values. Education and transparent communication help demystify gene editing and encourage informed participation in policy development. Regulatory frameworks strive to strike a balance between fostering innovation and ensuring safety. Overly strict regulations can stifle progress, while lax oversight can lead to harm. The goal is to create an environment where responsible research thrives and new therapies or technologies can be developed without compromising public welfare. CRISPR-Cas9 is one of the most prominent gene editing tools. Its rapid adoption has prompted governments to develop specific regulations. For example, some countries allow CRISPR use in agriculture but restrict its application in human embryos. These case studies illustrate how regulatory frameworks adapt to new technologies, balancing potential benefits with ethical and safety concerns. One of the primary goals of gene editing regulation is to protect human health. Frameworks require rigorous testing and clinical trials before therapies reach the public. This ensures that treatments are safe, effective, and free from unintended side effects. By setting high standards, regulatory bodies safeguard individuals and maintain public confidence in biotechnology. Gene editing isn't limited to humans. It's widely used in agriculture and environmental management. Regulatory frameworks help assess the ecological impact of edited organisms, preventing unintended harm to ecosystems. By requiring environmental risk assessments and monitoring, regulators ensure that gene editing supports sustainability rather than causing ecological disruption. With the ability to edit genes comes the risk of genetic discrimination. Regulatory frameworks include provisions to protect individuals from being treated unfairly based on their genetic information. These rules help ensure that advances in gene editing do not lead to new forms of inequality or social division. Transparency is a cornerstone of effective regulation. Researchers are required to disclose their methods, results, and potential conflicts of interest. This openness allows for independent review and helps build public trust in gene editing research. Regulatory frameworks set standards for transparency, ensuring accountability at every stage. Regulatory frameworks are only effective if they are enforced. Oversight bodies monitor compliance, investigate violations, and impose penalties when necessary. This enforcement ensures that rules are followed and that gene editing is practiced responsibly. Without strong oversight, even the best regulations can fail to protect society. Gene editing technology is evolving rapidly. Regulatory frameworks must be flexible and adaptable to keep pace with innovation. This means regularly updating guidelines, consulting with experts, and anticipating future developments. Adaptive regulation ensures that society can benefit from new breakthroughs while maintaining safety and ethical standards. Effective regulation involves input from a wide range of stakeholders, including scientists, ethicists, policymakers, and the public. This collaborative approach ensures that diverse perspectives are considered and that regulations are robust and fair. Stakeholder involvement also helps anticipate potential challenges and build consensus around gene editing policies. Gene editing technologies can be used for both beneficial and harmful purposes. Regulatory frameworks address these dual-use concerns by setting strict controls on research and applications that could pose security risks. This helps prevent the misuse of gene editing for malicious purposes, such as bioterrorism or unethical experimentation. Regulatory frameworks encourage responsible innovation by rewarding safe and ethical practices. Grants, certifications, and public recognition can motivate researchers and companies to prioritize safety and societal benefit. This positive reinforcement helps create a culture of responsibility within the gene editing community. During public health emergencies such as pandemics, gene editing can play a vital role in developing treatments or vaccines. Regulatory frameworks provide pathways for expedited review and approval, ensuring that life-saving innovations reach those in need quickly while maintaining safety standards. Gene editing has significant economic implications. Regulatory frameworks help create a stable environment for investment and innovation, attracting funding and talent. Clear rules reduce uncertainty, enabling companies to develop new products and therapies with confidence. This stability benefits both the economy and society as a whole. Not all countries have the same regulatory capacity or resources. This can lead to disparities in access to gene editing technologies and their benefits. International cooperation and support are essential to help developing nations build effective regulatory frameworks, ensuring that gene editing advances are shared equitably around the world. Intellectual property (IP) rights are a key part of the regulatory landscape. They protect the inventions and discoveries made through gene editing, encouraging innovation while ensuring fair access. Regulatory frameworks help balance the interests of inventors, companies, and the public, fostering a healthy ecosystem for research and development. Effective regulation depends on well-trained professionals. Regulatory frameworks often include requirements for education and training, ensuring that scientists, clinicians, and regulators have the knowledge and skills needed to use gene editing safely and responsibly. Ongoing education keeps professionals up to date with the latest developments. Raising public awareness is a vital part of regulatory frameworks. Campaigns inform people about the benefits and risks of gene editing, helping them make informed decisions and participate in policy discussions. Well-informed citizens are better equipped to engage with the ethical and social issues surrounding gene editing. Gene editing can have long-term effects that may not be immediately apparent. Regulatory frameworks require ongoing monitoring and follow-up studies to track outcomes over time. This vigilance helps identify potential risks early and ensures that gene editing remains safe and effective in the long run. Even with careful planning, gene editing can sometimes produce unintended consequences. Regulatory frameworks include mechanisms for reporting and addressing unexpected outcomes, ensuring that corrective action can be taken quickly. This proactive approach helps maintain public trust and protects both individuals and the environment. Ethics committees play a crucial role in the regulatory process. They review research proposals, assess potential risks and benefits, and ensure that studies meet ethical standards. By providing independent oversight, ethics committees help maintain the integrity of gene editing research and protect participants' rights. Transparent decision-making is essential for effective regulation. Regulatory bodies must explain their decisions, provide rationales, and allow for public input. This openness fosters accountability and helps ensure that regulations are fair, evidence-based, and aligned with societal values. Cultural values and beliefs can influence attitudes toward gene editing. Regulatory frameworks must be sensitive to these differences, allowing for flexibility and adaptation where appropriate. By respecting cultural diversity, regulators can create policies that are more widely accepted and effective. Strong regulatory framework supports the entire innovation ecosystem. By providing clear rules and support, regulators help foster collaboration between academia, industry, and government. This ecosystem approach accelerates the development and adoption of safe, effective gene editing technologies. Regulatory frameworks can help ensure that gene editing technologies are accessible and affordable. By setting standards for pricing, distribution, and insurance coverage, regulators work to prevent disparities and promote equitable access to the benefits of gene editing. Vulnerable populations, such as children or those with limited resources, may be at greater risk from gene editing. Regulatory frameworks include special protections for these groups, ensuring that their rights and well-being are prioritized in research and clinical applications. Open science practices such as data sharing and collaborative research are encouraged by many regulatory frameworks. This openness accelerates discovery, reduces duplication, and ensures that knowledge is accessible to all. By promoting open science, regulators help maximize the benefits of gene editing for society. Misinformation about gene editing can spread quickly, leading to confusion and fear. Regulatory frameworks often include provisions for public education and fact-checking, helping to counteract myths and ensure that people have accurate information about the technology and its risks. Small companies and startups play a vital role in gene editing innovation. Regulatory frameworks can provide support through grants, simplified procedures, and guidance, helping these innovators navigate complex rules and bring new ideas to market. Gene editing research often involves sensitive genetic data. Regulatory frameworks include strict data privacy requirements, protecting individuals' information from misuse or unauthorized access. These safeguards are essential for maintaining trust and encouraging participation in research. Professional societies, such as those for geneticists or bioethicists, often develop guidelines that complement formal regulations. These organizations provide expertise, set standards, and offer training, helping to ensure that gene editing is practiced responsibly and ethically across the field. Gene editing regulation can benefit from lessons learned in other fields, such as pharmaceuticals or information technology. By studying how these industries manage risk, ensure safety, and foster innovation, regulators can develop more effective frameworks for gene editing. As gene editing technology continues to advance, new challenges will emerge. Regulatory frameworks must be prepared to address issues such as gene drives, synthetic biology, and the integration of artificial intelligence. Ongoing dialogue and adaptation are key to meeting these future challenges. Trust is essential for the successful adoption of gene editing. Regulatory frameworks build trust by ensuring transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct. When people trust the system, they are more likely to support and benefit from gene editing innovations. Regulatory frameworks are not static. They require continuous improvement based on new evidence, stakeholder feedback, and technological advances. This iterative process ensures that regulations remain effective and relevant as the field of gene editing evolves. In summary, regulatory frameworks are essential for guiding the safe, ethical, and effective use of gene editing. They balance innovation with safety, protect individuals and society, and ensure that the benefits of gene editing are shared widely. As technology advances, these frameworks will continue to play a vital role in shaping the future of biotechnology. Future of gene editing is bright, but it depends on strong, adaptive regulatory frameworks. By working together, scientists, policymakers, and the public, we can ensure that gene editing continues to advance in ways that benefit everyone. Ongoing vigilance, collaboration, and ethical commitment will be key to realizing the full potential of this transformative technology. Gene editing holds immense promise for medicine, agriculture, and beyond, but with great power comes great responsibility. Regulatory frameworks are our safeguard, ensuring that we harness this technology wisely and ethically. By understanding and supporting these frameworks, we can help shape a future where gene editing improves lives while respecting our shared values.